The what? No, that's not it. That's it. Be quiet. Oh, fuck. You go to, whatever.
Module number 2
Nice.
trading is timing. The forex market money structure low. Here, same thing here, breaking structure low, breaking structure low, breaking structure low. And now that is the first time that we are breaking structure to the upside. And this is where things are interesting. A lot of traders right now are looking to take a buy position, okay? And this is what we can expect to be a smart money trap, because we are at the New York Open, and during the New York Open we're gonna have manipulation majority of the time. So what the market did, the market just made a move to the downside and a reaction. So all these buyers are still in the trade, okay? Even if some guys bought the market from this region, they placed their stop losses here. So right now they are in profit. And I said, okay, if the financial institutions wants to make a move to take out this resting liquidity, what they're gonna do first, they're gonna make sure to take out the early buyers. And as you can see, we have a break of structure to the upside for the first time since the London session at the New York Open with a strong bullish candle. And this is typically a manipulation movement to bring buyers on board, to bring early buyers on board. So what I decided to do is to take a trade with the potential trap into the liquidity. So I marked this 50% body candle with good leg out, which is the barrier. I'm gonna cover this in, I think, week 2. It's gonna be super interesting too. The barrier is usually the last order block that pushed the price into the zone, okay? We came back to this barrier. I'm gonna show you the 1 minute. And I usually wait for the price to tap the 50%. And as you can see, when we tap the 50%, look the reaction we made. Strong reaction. Okay, we came back higher, and then we broke structure to the downside. And this is where I decided to take a short position. My goal for that trade was to take a trade in line with the liquidity, because the most relevant liquidity was sitting here. A lot of buyers were in profit, okay? Some of them were at break even, and some of them were putting their stop losses here. So I said to myself, and I decided to put myself into an institutional trader. And I say, okay, if they want to take out this liquidity, they have to first take out this one, because this is a relevant liquidity before the New York Open. And if I want to enter like 10,000 lot size, I need to have enough liquidity. So I decided to take this short position when the price came back here. I've been triggered, and now we made the reaction into retail traders' stop losses. And this is where I took profit. So now these early buyers are now liquidating. Ooh, they are out. And this is when things are getting very, very interesting. I know that right now, by looking at what happened during the start of the Asia session, we do not have any buyers left on the market. That means I can potentially jump on a trade, and first thing first, target these stop losses, then these ones, and potentially this high. And this is what I decided to do. I decided to look at the charts, candlestick by candlestick on the 1 minute time frame, to see what we were doing. So we took out the liquidity, and we made a minor break of structure. And I have a module, I think, on how to identify fake and buy zone, fake sell zone and fake buy zone, and also identifying relevant break of structure. This one for me is a relevant and a true break of structure. Why? Because this break of structure is occurring after a major trap being done. So right now we can expect the banks and the financial institutions to move away from these liquidated zones. So I waited a little bit, okay, and I saw the price breaking this structure. So I said to myself, let's enter a trade on this 50% body candle, and first thing first, target this last high where a lot of stop losses are sitting and take some profit. So what the market did, the market came back to my entry point. I've been triggered. We came back a bit lower, and then we made the move. And now I've been putting my stop loss at break even, and look at what the market did. The market took out now these sellers. Okay, these sellers are now out of their position. They have been stopped out. Where is the resting liquidity? The resting liquidity is now here, because all these break and retest traders put their stop losses above. This is where we have a resting liquidity, and this resting liquidity will attract price. What the market did, the market took out this liquidity and decided to continue above to it to take profit. That was a 1 to 14 risk to reward trade, but I let the trade open a bit more because we had on the left side some interesting liquidity areas from the higher time frame, and yeah, we just exploded to the upside. This is how basically I took these two positions on GBP USD. And the work you need to do is to identifying properly where the liquidity has been built. If I was like every trader on internet, just waiting for the price to give me break of structure to enter a trade, I would have been stopped out here. I would have been stopped out here also. So trading is not about drawing rectangles and lines on your charts. It's about understanding where the institutions want to drive the price in order to take out the liquidity and then potentially move away from these liquidated zones into now a resting liquidity. And now this one is taken out, so I'm gonna mark it as taken out. Okay, and then the history repeats. Now we have buyers on board, and someday, maybe the next day, they will come back to take out these buyers that are at break even. That's when also you need to know when to take profit. So this is basically why I took these two trades. I want to make sure to not miss anything, but as you can see, your job as a trader, the first thing you should do when you jump on the charts is to identify the stop losses areas and also the break even areas. And when you see a move to the upside like that, tell yourself where is the last point of liquidity. Okay, and in that case we had stop losses here, but these guys moved their stop losses in this region. And many traders on Instagram, I posted this trade, went up to me and asked me why I haven't waited for the price to take out Asia low. Simply because Asia low in that case is not relevant in terms of liquidity. That's simple. Simple as that. Why? Module number 3. How to spot what can be a fake buy or sell zone on the market. Liquidity attraction. So finding the right zones will help you enter the best trades, but also finding what can be the fake zones, the smart money traps, allows you to avoid losses and even capitalize on market traps to make money. On the previous module, I showed you the perfect example on GBP USD where I took a short position into retail traders stop losses and then move away from it. In this module, I'm going to show you even more examples so you can train your eye to be able to see this type of setups. So once again, this is going to be super interesting. So when you spot a potential setup forming in the market, you should remember that you are not the only one seeing it. There are millions of traders worldwide eager to make money. And from my experience, the more obvious a setup looks, the more likely it is to be a trap, especially during the key times like London and New York Open, when everyone is behind their charts and ready to jump into a trade. So here's below an example, generic example I draw to show you a little bit what can happen during the London session open. As you can see during the Asia session, we've been building a bit of buy-side liquidity, breaking structure high, okay? And most importantly, we've been building this liquidity trend line with the first point here and second point that creates here a potential opportunity for all the retail traders to enter a long position, okay? So when you see this type of setup, very obvious setups, you can just zoom out a little bit and try to understand why the banks and financial institutions, market makers, are giving you on a silver plate a setup like this. It is for a reason, because most likely they will manipulate the price into the wrong side of the market to bring sellers, to bring buyers out. In that case, if we have a lot of buyers here, to take out all the buyers and potentially move away from this area, okay? And this example is happening multiple times across different pairs every single week. We have a reaction from the initial point. So retail trendline traders are entering the market on the third touch, and these guys here are in profit for a long time. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna just place their stop loss at break even, and some of them are gonna place their stop losses below the previous market structure low, okay? In this example, I would have just draw it a little bit lower because this is something that happens usually. It's that the price will give them a fake reaction so they can put their stop loss at break even, but also that will give the opportunity to smart money traders to enter a short position. And at some point, both of trendline traders and smart money concept traders are going to be in profit. So what the market and what the banks and financial institutions are going to do, they're going to push the price into the first reaction of the trend line into this trend line traders stop losses. When they are all out, they're going to push the price into the second trap created, the smart money traders, okay? And now what do we have? We have a break and retest. What can happen next is a potential retracement, take out all the early buyers, breakout traders, take them out, and then continue to move higher, okay? This is the type of setups I aim for during the London and New York Open. And always remember that the more obvious the setup is, the more likely we're going to have a trap occurring on the market, okay? So in this example, both SMC and trendline traders have been taken out. In order to spot what can be a fake or a good buy zone, we are going to use timings and reverse a little bit, reverse engineer the process. Because here's what majority of traders are asking themselves before taking a trade. Majority of the retail traders out there are saying to themselves like, I need to make money today, where should I enter a trade? A smarter question you should ask yourself is, I have 100,000 lot size to trade right now. Where is the best area with enough liquidity for me to place all my position? Okay? And by thinking this way, you're starting to think like an institutional trader focusing on liquidity. This helps you understand where big players might move the price to in order to enter a large amount of position. Okay? Because if you are right now, if you are thinking like an institutional trader and you see, if you are thinking like an institutional trader and you see the price reacting from that zone, you know that below here, below this area and below this area, there's a ton of stop losses sitting. So your goal will be to inject all your position within this price region. And what's cool about being a retail trader is that you can also enter the market here because you are entering with small lot size and you don't have any position size and liquidity problems. You can easily enter, even if you're trading 500 lot size, you can enter the market here and take from C to B the trade with the trap. And then here, where the institutions are going to be injecting their position, take another position to move away from that trap. Okay? And I ask you these questions: if you have right now 100,000 lot size to trade, where will you enter? Point A or point B? You already have the answer. We will be focusing on point B because point B will be the point made after the liquidation of this buyer's stop losses. So, for a short-term trade, you could short from C to B, as I told you, trade with the trap, and take profit at point B. Okay, C to B, take profit at B. And for a bigger move, point B will be good because it's now a liquidity area. And just above point C, there's a lot of liquidity still not liquidated. Because if we are looking at this example, from C to B, we have what? A new break of structure. So this creates a potential zone for smart money traders. Majority of the time, you're going to have a move into it, fake reaction to bring sellers on board, sell. They're going to place their stop losses here, and then the market is going to explode like that to the upside. Okay? So this is the type of setups we aim for. And over time, you'll develop a deeper thinking as a trader, which will help you ask you the right questions before entering a trade and start thinking more like an institutional trader. For example, here, you're probably going to ask yourself, why do not wait for the price to take out all these lows first to be get involved in the buy position? That's the right question, and I answered it on the previous module because this liquidity and almost this liquidity here is not relevant for the price. This liquidity here is not relevant because we do not have a lot of stop losses sitting here. This one is ultra relevant because we have a lot of stop losses sitting here and we have a lot of stop losses sitting here. Okay, so this is exactly how you want to be entering your trades. So right now, let's dive into an example of a trade I took on GBP GPY. Okay, we're going to do the process once again so you can assimilate everything and also train your eye. Where do we start? We start with the Asia session. What happened during the Asia session? During the Asia session, we made multiple break of structure to the upside. We have a clear break of structure here with bullish candles, so we can guess that some breakout traders have been entering the market in this region. Where do you think they're going to place their stop losses? Just below that low. Okay, so when the price was there, their stop losses were sitting here. Okay, all the stop losses were sitting here. But the price continued to make a move to the upside and broke another break of structure. Now the question you should ask yourself is, where do you think these retail traders, these breakout traders have been putting their stop losses? At break even. Okay, so right now the last point of relevant liquidity for this huge move to the upside is here and not here. Okay, and on top of that, on the left side we had a huge resistance becoming now a support. And this is very interesting because, as you can see, timing, what we are approaching the London Open. That means we can potentially have some traps. So what Frankfurt did, the Frankfurt session is occurring just before the London Open, and as you can see, they created a break of structure low with a strong bearish candle, and they are returning back to this order block. This is a smart money setup. All the traders trading smart money concepts are involved right now on a short position. And for those who have been just waking up a little bit late, for those who just woke up late, they have another opportunity. And what do you think is going to happen next? It's a little bit obvious, potentially a grab of all these stop losses. Okay, so this is a trade I took. If we are once again analyzing what is happening, multiple break of structure. Okay, these breakout traders, okay, that we're looking to buy the market from this region have been stopped out. Smart money traders that we're looking to take the break and retest of the POI here, fake reaction, they are all stopped out. Right now we are creating what? A break of structure. We have a zone here. These buyers are now potentially in profit, okay? And we have a lot of stop losses sitting here because we have this first break of structure, price coming back, retail traders entering short position here, placing their stop losses here. Same for this move, okay? We created another sell zone. We have doji. Where do you think retail traders are going to be placing their stop losses? Around this region. So what the price did, obviously, price just stopped out everyone, okay? And look at the speed of the candles. This is something that we're going to be focusing on probably on week 2, the speed of the candle. This is here the London Open. As you can see, at the London Open, we had huge bullish candles. That means big boys are currently behind their charts, checking the order books to see if they can potentially, from here, when everyone is stopped out, enter a position on the opposite side, okay? When you see this kind of candles, these are manipulation candles, and we need to understand the market intentions. Okay, trading, as I said, is not about drawing rectangles; it's about understanding market intentions. Why are they making a huge move like that? Potentially here to after that reverse. So as you can see, the two sell zones I showed you provided fake reaction. Okay, we had the first one here. This provided a fake reaction, ring of sell and north, and we had the second fake reaction. And here we have our buyer. Okay, this is the candlestick I was talking about on the previous module. The last order block pushed the price into the zone. What we did, we came back to it, and this was here an opportunity to trade with the trap into all the stop losses. Okay. So this would have been here an entry. I missed it, and I'm going to show you in a minute what I've been looking for. I took the trade here, but a quick note: the speed of the candles, as I said, are very important too. It shows us the intention from the big market players. Big candles equal manipulation, equal intention of tricking people on the wrong side of the market and potentially moving away from that zone later. Now that this zone is liquidated, all right, this zone is liquidated. Where is the resting liquidity? Resting liquidity is here. Okay, we have liquidity here, and we probably have liquidity here too. So what do you think is going to attract the price now? Potentially this zone. So what I decided to do is to take a buy position with the buyer. That was the last order block that pushed the price into now the stop losses. Price came back, I took a buy position, and I was looking for that to potentially close my long position to get involved on a short position. That is what is called edging. Okay, I think I'll be talking about it on week 2. Edging is a way of taking two trades at the same time, and basically your buy position here will cover the sell position you will be taking here. Okay, so what I did is that I took a buy position from the buyer, like this, on GJ, and I closed it around this region. And I decided to press sell, and the market just reacted from this area. Now, this is interesting. Why? Because we have a break of structure to the upside, okay, and we are coming back into that zone, and we are making a reaction. Now, where is the resting liquidity? Potentially here, and potentially here. So I expected the price to potentially make something like that and go visit this area. So I'm going to show you the full analysis, the price of what the price did. The price basically reacted from this zone, provided a fake reaction to the upside, went back down, came back here. I've been stopped out at break even on that trade. And at this point, when we had this multiple break of structure to the downside, and we finally tapped this major, that was the last point. Remember the last point break even zones from the breakout traders here, but also from the break and retest traders. When everyone had been taken out, this is where I waited for the price to give me a relevant, a true break of structure. So the market made 50% break candle, good leg out break of structure. Price came back, entry on the 15 second, and I took that trade into the resting liquidity that was this here. So this is basically how I took that trade. I took 2 positions, and yeah, once again. If you want me to break down a little bit this, I'm going to do it. If I can zoom it, no, I can't. So we're going to just redo the work so you can train your eye. Okay, Asia session, what we did, break of structure to the upside. We have resistance, okay, resistance, becoming now a support, okay. So we have also breakout traders getting involved on the trade, okay. They are moving their stop losses at break even, price is retesting that zone, and from here we have a ton of buy zones created. Price came back here, made a reaction, smart money traders are in the trade right now, stop losses are here. And what the price did, the price decided to go back here and just liquidated every single buyers to after that produce an entry point, and this is where I've entered my 2 position on GU. Okay, so it's pretty important to understand what is happening from an institutional perspective and also use timings, because these 2 traps created above, okay, these 2 traps were created here were easy to spot. Why? Because this order block was the Asia high, and above each Asia high, what do we have? We have a ton of liquidity, and it's become even more relevant when we have a break of structure and when the price is making a fake reaction. So this was definitely a fake zone, and when we have a fake zone, that means we have stop losses here. That means the price can easily tap this area. That means we can take a trade in line with the trap, in line with the liquidity, and from here we can have potential short opportunities to move away from this liquidated liquidity area into the next relevant liquidity area. This is what the market did. The market took out test last buyers. When everyone is stopped out, break of structure, we can have confidence on it because it is occurring just after the major trap when everyone is out, price coming back, mitigation and order flow, and this is where you can have this beautiful trade entry. Okay, so I decided to put 2 positions on this trade because it was obvious that all the buyers were taken out. Okay, so this is how I took that trade, and this is how also you can be able to spot fake zones and real buy zones. Okay, so the key takeaways from this video, timings and liquidity, will help you a lot to identify what can be the fake buy or sell zone. And you are either going to take trades in line with the liquidity or away from the liquidity area. Think about it every single time. Liquidity is like a magnet for the price. Liquidity drives price. It's not about trend lines, it's about liquidity, okay? So let's see what we can do on the next module. It's going to be super interesting too, and I hope you're enjoying your time. Module number 4. In this module, guys, I'm going to be sharing the secrets behind a 1 to 90 risk to reward trade in 1 day. All of that recorded in live. You know, when I first started trading, I just wanted to make enough money to cover my bills and live life on my own terms. But it wasn't easy. It took me 3 years just to break even and another 6 months to start making consistent profits. In those 3 years, these first 3 years, I made mistakes, mainly over risking on my trades, which cost me both money and confidence. And once your confidence is shaken, it's tough to rebuild. So what I'm about to show you now is the result of years of trading experience and countless hours spent studying the charts. And the only way you can get there one day is by practicing, making mistakes, and building experience. This video will be divided in two parts. First thing first, we're gonna start with the live executions, and secondly, the analysis. Let's dive in.
Alright, so this is GU 1 minute time frame, live market execution for around 1 to 10 risk to reward. Alright, so great reaction, potential 1 to 10 on that trade. Very easy setup. Alright, so GU 3 minute time frame, we're gonna hit to take profit, but I'm going to lock only 50% of my position because the market can go to this area here for a 1 to 15 risk to reward. So, and I will close 50% in a couple of seconds, or 1 to 11, 1 to 10. Okay. Alright, so GU 1 minute time frame, live market. Here's the thing, right now a lot of people are looking to take a buy position, okay? And what we're gonna do, we're gonna add another sell position to target the liquidity where their stop loss is. So basically, yeah, a quick 1 to 8, and the first one is still running for 1 to 15. All right, so it takes a little bit of time, so a lot of people want to buy the market, but guess what? We will drop, so 1 to 8, and yeah, first one is running for 1 to 15. Another entry, once again, based on an algorithmic clip. All right, so reaction has been made. We're gonna hit all this buyers stuff. Stop loss in a couple of seconds. So first one, second one, 1 to 8. So yeah, pretty nice, right? All right, so finally the price hit the take profit.
Back. Yeah, I spent an AP of 200. I'll be top down analysis. That's real. On a daily, what the frick we doing? What reactions could be? On our low. Alright, whatever. Alright. But what about top down analysis? You just showed me entries. But high time frame, I would not forget about high time frame. Not gonna lie to you. You're like, bro, why did the market just go all the way down like that? And why did it react like that? Why? Because it's high time frame. Like, oh my gosh. Hold on. bro. I haven't heard that since since 2.5 years ago. That's the biomics right there, bro. Box the ground, the blunt roll, you know, blunt roll. Whoa! Frick! That's some nonsense. I'm trying to unplug this toilet for 8 years now, bro. I'm trying to unplug the toilet for 8 years, bro. Shut up. Freaking nonsense, bro. Oh my, no, it, frick! Whatever, bro. I'm not gonna have the hand blue. And minutes. I was warning. Don't know. I've been going at it for 20 hours now. It's a technique. I've been watching you for years now, trying to master the same technique you do. Not it'll work. You know, 90% of the time, but this is 10%. And I'm just you know, But I got the same authority as Meow Meow. He wants to talk to me.
I wanna know
Stuff is sad, but it's better. The same exact authority as Meow Meow. He wants to talk to me. The same exact authority as Meow Meow. He wants to talk to me though. Him and Meow Meow said the same authority.
You said what?
You and Meow Meow said the same authority. Shut up.
You and Meow Meow got the same authority? I know.
This is honestly sad, bro.
You call your mom to go clean it up. No, that's some nasty activity to have.
Yo, you shut up, bro. Before I smack the.
You don't ever do that shit again, bro.
Yo, what? Yo, what?
Don't do that shit again.
Hey, what you just say to me, bro? Are you at your mind?
First time you did it too, bro.
Yo, are you at your mind, bro? Let me know. Cause it sure does sound like it, bro. Speaking to me like that. Don't you know everything I did for you, bro? Yeah, bro. Don't you know everything?
So I took two positions here, basically, when the market came back here. That was an algorithmic vector divergence. So this is why I decided to take this trade. So first one based on an algorithmic vector divergence plus strong vector entry. So basically,
breaking structure periods, manipulation equals. So this barrier structure just made a reaction T of dfzg. That stands for order flow volumes. And when you see a daily 50% break candle with a good leg out and the price is returning back here with a huge move like this, first thing first, you can expect the price to, you can expect the order block to push the price, but also what you can expect the institutions to take profit. So if an institution is taking profit, they're going to withdraw their short position from the market, and that will make a retracement on the market. So at that point, I was looking to trade the 50% of the 50% body candle, okay, the daily order block, and I was also looking to trade the retracement because at some point the financial institutions are going to be taking profit. And this is the type of move I was looking for. I was at least looking for a retracement of 50% of that whole movement. So I watched the price action closely. I went on the 1 minute time frame as usual. I'm going to use the 5 minute to play it a little bit faster. And we had multiple break of structure to the upside. And look at the timing. It's around 4:35. We started the New York session here, and now we have a little bit less of volumes coming in on the market. And this is where here I decided to set my entry on the extreme and target at least 50% of that movement. So you're probably going to say, wait, you want to enter here, but there's potentially liquidity here. You are right, but if we take in consideration what happened here, that is not here a huge liquidity area, because this whole movement here was made to make profit for the institutions. Institutions have been making a ton of profit with this movement. And then what they're going to do at some point, they're going to take profit. So when they're going to take profit, the market will retrace, and this is when we can have order flow set up. Okay, that's why it's very important to understand the environment you are trading in. So the market decided to go back here, okay, into the extreme, and this is where I found my entry point. And after that, the price just exploded to the upside, okay? And that was here 6 p.m. I let my position running at break even, and the next day we went for my full take profit.
Yo, shut up, bro.
Region. All right. Why I took profit here? Very simple. Breakout traders. We say breakout traders entering here. This is a break-even area for a lot of traders. And this is another break-even area for retail traders that I was targeting. So this is pretty much how I took these trades based on understanding the human psychology and also the environment I was trading. This trade was easy, and yeah, I recommend you to watch this on your chart. When you see, for example, a huge movement like this without any retracement, like this one here to the downside, at some point, there's banks and financial institutions that bought the market from this area are going to be taking profit, so the market will retrace. And in this kind of setups, you won't have to wait for a manipulation because they're just taking profit. They are taking profit, so we have order flow setups on the market. We are not looking to get involved on the market. We are looking to withdraw.
You should be grateful to get a mom like yours.
Different thing than when we have an session and you see the market doing this, okay? And this is where we can have here a trap, okay? Always understand the environment you are trading here. I was looking in this scenario for a profit-taking phase. And when we have a profit-taking phase, majority of the time, it will be much more easier to position ourselves on the market because we won't have any manipulations, okay? I saw this when we have news, when you have a strong bullish or bearish move, I thought that the price will slowly move away from that zone because so as you can see, there's a ton of different videos I could make because every single situation will be different. But I wanted to show you my process behind taking these trades. It's very interesting to understand what I was looking for. Once again, I want you to understand perfectly what I was looking for so you can do the same in the future. As you can see, huge bearish candle before the London Open that create a fake sell zone. How can we know that? Because Asia high was still not taken out. Okay, and when we have Asia high still not taken out and you have a sell zone created just below, we can expect this to be a trap. Okay, so in this morning here, all the retail
Oh,
trades
nastiest shit I heard in a while.
I decided to enter after a 30-second break of Cha-Cha and target first thing first this area, then the Asia low. And
This
when I saw
man,
this,
Aaron, bro.
I saw fake reaction from this Asia
I've never
breaking
seen it.
structure. You know, that was perfect to adding another short position. And after that, another break of Cha-Cha with the Olafo. Honestly, this is my craziest trade since then, and I make enough profit to not trade for the next 6 months easily. And yeah, I just wanted to show you that and how I took this trade. And as you can see, it's not about drawing rectangles, it's not about drawing trend lines, it's about understanding where the mass is positioned in the market and where they are going to be liquidated so you can enter your position and target the resting liquidity. In that case, the resting liquidity was this previous Asia low day and this one too. And we also add the 50% daily order block sitting here that I've been tracking the price very, very aggressively. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions about it, you can drop me a message on Discord. I'll try to answer as fast as I can. Yeah, much love, guys. Continue to enjoy the chart analysis and do the work. Okay, so see you on the next. Module number 5. I'm gonna
Yeah, I spin an AP, a Denny my base. She said I fall up. Rainbow fate. Ain't no way. I took a left and I ran. Let's see. Yeah, I spin an AP, a 200.
Where's it? Get us. Get away. learned a valuable lesson in life, though, man. Never rush things in life. You know what? You will fail. Bro, you won't believe I was doing a test, right? I started doing good in the first paper because I saw the paper. And that nigga said, you have 1 minute left. I rushed the whole back and I failed that test.
Yeah, he's a bot, bro. I respect it.
Nigga, I started rushing that test, bro, and I failed the whole back because I started circling everything. I was like, bro, if only I didn't rush that test, I would have passed.
That's beautiful.
What should you do for that? Oh.
Oh snap. Oh snap.
Oh, what a minute. I see Nikila's very time. Hold a minute. I see that Fione's very time. Oh. And I see Nikita time. And I want Nikita time. I wanna do everything. Can
Keep it down, bro.
What's up, boy? This is what. What's up?
Yeah. Turn the streaks. What's wrong with you, bro? What do you mean, what happened? You got no respect, bro. Pops was walking in, bro.
Huh?
Pops was walking in, bro. You heard the frick I said, bro. And you were.
Oh, yeah, you could have done.
Yo, shut up, bro.
Walked in, bro. Here we talking about the killer type, bro.
Like, my gosh, bro, you're annoying sometimes, bro.
See, he doesn't even know what that means. So
What? You out your mind.
yeah, he probably think that's a song. That's the new generation song.
You are out your mind if you don't think you know what I mean. Like, that phrase been out for 18,000 decades, and you think, like, what are you talking about?
Nigga, he doesn't.
It don't take a lot of brain power to understand what that
It
means.
does take a lot of brain power.
It does
Because
not
I
at
remember
all.
Will Smith. Will Smith
Oh
talking
my gosh! Shut your trash myself up.
back in his days. They used to be like,
Back in his
"I'm
days.
jerking on you.
Huh? No,
I'm jerking on you."
he didn't say that. So you weird as
What he said? What he
he
said?
didn't say that. He said busting on you.
Yeah, I'm busting on you.
It don't matter though. You weird though. He said jerking. You done, bro, bro.
Nigga, that's what I thought he said.
Nah, brother. Jerking on you. Like, jeez, bro. Like, nobody said that nonsense. Where do you even get? What are you even getting to?
He said, "I'm jerking on you." Be on my time.
Keep it.
I know. So I wanna.
Oh, come on, bro. You don't like. Come on, bro. Sounds stupid.
Imagine one day your family just say, "Yo, Ann, how did you make it?" And Ann said, "Oh yeah, I've been live streaming my whole documentary." By the first time they played that live, all they hear is Nikila tight.
Jeez.
Who was singing that? Nikila and be like, "Am I really that tight?" I can promise you she can say that shit.
You out your mind, bro.
What? I promise you she can say
You
that
out
shit.
your mind. That's all I'm getting at, bro. That's
And
it,
bro, I told you I know your family. I
you
don't
out
have
your
to see-
mind.
It's by hearing their voice. I know what type of girls they is, bro.
What? Don't you ever in your entire life say that nonsense. Whatever the frick you just said, but don't you ever say that again, bro. Understand me, bro?
Thing is, bro. Muffin is tight, bro. That's one thing I'm not gonna lie about. Anything I go inside, bro, I'm tight. It's tight for me, bro. That Asian thing. You don't think she look good though?
Mm-mm.
Why is that?
Told you. I just told you in the bathroom. I'm not repeating myself.
Nigga,
I'm not repeating myself.
just cause she got a little makeup, that all girls have makeup. Your mom is wearing makeup.
You. That's comedy. My mom does not wear makeup.
Jill is wearing makeup.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she does.
Muffin is wearing makeup.
Doubt it. Not a lot though.
Nigga, Muffin is wearing makeup.
Alright, Rolling Dean does too, bro.
Nigga, I don't even know who that is.
It's alright though, Bob. So what are you gonna say on Judgment Day though?
Mhm.
What are you gonna say on Judgment Day?
Father, I couldn't pursue the devil to be a good Samaritan.
What? But you just said the devil's your brother. You love the devil. The devil never did nothing wrong.
I
Huh?
said Muffin is tight.
You done, bro.
What
But I
is
said the
that?
devil never did anything wrong, bro. In fact, the devil's a brother. I'm like, what?
No, he really never did anything wrong.
Bob, it's okay though.
Be honest, what did he do?
Mm-mm.
You could just see it, bro. Muffin being mercenary or spreading her legs. I just yuckled the toolie and just let her have it.
Come on, Bob. You have no respect for my uncle, bro.
I could just see it, bro.
Come on, bro.
She laid on her bed, just tear her legs open for a thug nigga to walk in. It was a lot of fighting though for me to go inside. And what's even not only is she tight, but her grip is godly, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, you're so weird, bro. No, that's the weirdest I ever heard you sound though. Like voice wise.
Oh,
We're not all like like what the heck?
it's godly, bro. She almost ripped my foreskin apart, bro.
Come on,
Just
bro.
from them grips. I really looking at a TikTok. Somebody said until your body numbs and you can't feel anything. I really like that shit.
Module number 2, trading is timing. The Forex market is made up of 3 main sessions. The Asia session, the London session,
When
and
it's
the New
tight
York
down
session.
your line.
We're gonna mainly use these 3 sessions to
Oh!
know exactly when to
Bob, hop on the charts, bro. Come on, bro. You wasting my time.
take advantage of these
All you
sessions.
doing is sitting here in your bed just screaming these random outbursts.
First,
Jeez,
let's
bro.
understand the purpose of each trading session.
You comfortable, bro. It's alright, though. Go ahead, do some push-ups, bro. Hurry up.
Build up
Matter of fact, what time is
usually
it?
by forming price
Oh no,
ranges.
Cost calling.
I'm right back. Because indeed I did. Indeed I did see. Jeez. Take trades, bro. Expect you ever to improve you. Don't just get a failure. Stop regretting, bro. Become.
You tell me, okay, no, but no, the 2024 was the P one I took, and the blood one. But look, it has one that says 2025. What about Ghana? See it? I ain't get it, but I didn't really do it. Yeah. Do you see the date for it? Look. I see it, sure.
No, that's not.
Yeah. You click it properly though to see 20. Wait, hold on. You can leave it down. Alright, just look, read it. I show you the 2025 one. I show you it already, but I only show you we say not detected. Read the message as well. Yeah, but how they did it from the bouton, they rub it with applicateur from the bouton in my jaw. Yeah, I didn't have it, man. When I went to the dentist to clean my teeth, you listen? They tell me, man, something about I didn't tell you something about a gum infection. But they ain't say it's too late or whatever. So I just when I get 128, I go there. You know, they already tell me on the doctor from here on. I go there, go to like the surgery. No, not the surgery one. I gonna do like things for the gum type of infection thing. That's why when I look at the back of my teeth, I see something black, and I think that's cavity. It probably cavity, and I probably had. I had that since last year. I need to go there and see what they said. The bump that's on my lip, I still don't go and do it though.
Yeah. Bump on the lip sound dangerous with box. What you mean bump on the lip?
Like all day, my heart was at my eyes, but.
I stop kissing on them girls at the club, bro.
Huh? Wait, you gay? Stop what?
I stop kissing on them girls at the club, though.
Come on, dog. No, man, bro.
Cox, you kiss everything, bro.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I remember when last I kissed a girl, you know. Oh yeah, the last time I did kiss a girl was my one of the supervisors, the sister I was telling you about. That they kind of look like they Muslim, but they ain't Muslim. She was the only girl like kissed after that 6 months or 8 months. I ain't kissed nobody. I ain't interact with nobody. I try my best not to interact with the mamas.
This Asia session range sets the stage for the London session to take advantage of these price levels. What I mean about that is that, as I said, the forex market is a series of
not every mama do it, but boy.
bank.
hey,
no one come
wants to
across
inject
one.
thousands of lot size on the market, they have to find a huge equity area. And in that case, there was a huge equity area being built
Tell you, bro.
around this region. What the market did, the
I
market
get
went
mixed
into
up
this equity
by
area with speed and
I
momentum,
the
and
bottom
this is
with
where
nobody.
majority of buyers have been taken out from the market.
Honestly,
And
though,
when someone
all I
is
ever
taken out
wanted
from the
was a
market,
relationship.
this liquidity becomes what we
Even
call
James could
available
tell you,
liquidity. This liquidity is
be
going to
like,
be
yo, man, Fox ain't want no fun thing, man. Fox want a relationship. That's what I want for real. I won't be jumping girl to girl feeling like him. No, but we'll jump to the wrong girl. If the wrong girl, cheat. But today, I saw on tour with an Asian mixed mama. I say, boy, these niggas not. Yeah, me, bye. Like on Asian, what Asian?
Oh.
She like an Asian mix. She ain't like the full Asians, bro. She probably mixed with something, but you could see the Chinese eyes shit. Asian what? Asian, I know what she mixed, but fuck, but hey, Asian, bro. That's all I know, bro. Asian Pakistan. Yeah, like they mix. Not Asian Pakistan, but Asian Chinese, but these ones. Oh, boy, nice little chick, bro. I say, boy, I wish I could have been my boy Bob. Come on now, bro. But I watch her clean up that dude's face, you know, making sure that dude's straight. That dude ain't even, yeah, something like that, little light skin. He ain't too light skin, but he ain't even all of that. You understand? Well, imagine, bro. Still possible to niggas out there. Then we tend to get on people's legs. Boy. I was scared for my life, boy. Now, the dog niggas will finally sleep, bro. Check that wife for me now. Good, boy. You know, even if you had it, the next day is bro. You know, even if you had it, the next day can disappear, bro. You always the type of herpes, bro. No matter which if it goes or if it comes, it's in your blood, bro. Once they touch your blood, herpes ain't gonna go, bro. That's one thing that ain't gonna go. Maybe we call it gonorrhea, them things, maybe. But herpes, it's in your blood. It mixed, bro. Blood, man, share everything, all the things you eat, it mixed. Yeah, bro. See, boy, right now, I ain't care what them dudes tell me, boy. Just be like, yo, Cox, you streaking, bro. You ain't feel no mamas yet. Ain't no mamas yet. Yeah, boy, leave it that way. I stress him, bro. Leave it that way, bro. I think it's been 7 months, me. I ain't ground a girl. I had the opportunity. I turned it down. But shit down, boy. And thank you, Lord. God is also. You know what happened to Manny today? That girl called me. Manny. Yeah, what happened to him, Messi? That girl called, talking about she caught Manny cheating and shit and all that. I said, what happened? That girl bring a bunch of other girls to that dude crib. That dude say, boy, that girl was punching that dude, fighting that dude. I say, boy. With the girls? Boy. The girls was punching them too? No, only that girl. I say, boy, see, the thing is, he would have been fucked up because, 16. He would. Do time. That dude shouldn't even be cheating on that because he lucky that mama, find that dude.
By the institutions so they can enter their there large amount of positions, thousands of lot size to move the market and make a profit, finally take the profit. So I prefer when the Asia session range forms clear ranges, because we have two types of Asia session. You have this clean Asia session range, and sometimes we have this overextended Asia session where I'm not very interested in this. You will see why in a second. So the size of the Asia session matrix, okay, a tighter Asia session range often leads to significant price movements at the start of the London session. This is something that you need to measure every single time you look at it. You need to measure the distance between Asia low to Asia high. If we have a range between 10 to 20 pips, that indicates that we have aggressive movements above and below Asia low. I don't know. Here we started the London session by taking out Asia low, and after that we took out Asia high where the liquidity was sitting. Okay, when I look at this scenario, we can clearly see that.
And then on top of that,
right after you heard that, boom, try and move on to see the next day. What do we have here? We have a break of structure with speed and momentum. Where do you think this breakout traders will be placing their stop losses? All these guys will be putting their stop losses above the last structure high. Okay, this is also Asia high, so this is a strong liquidity area that will have attracted price. This is what happened here. This is the type of trades we aim for. We need to identify where is the most weighted liquidity area and see if we can have a trade opportunity to trade in line with the liquidity and potentially after that away from this liquidity zone. Okay. So very important guys, understand and measure the Asia session high. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit now. I also look at something interesting, which are the -1 and +1 ADR levels. So what you need to do again is measure Asia low to Asia high and report the size of this range above and below. That will give you some potential opportunities for taking trades. Okay. Of course, we're going to use also some higher time frame analysis, and also we will look left to see what happened on the left side of the market. And if you have multiple confirmations and influences on this level, this can be a great market entry. Okay, so the ADR is very important for the Asia session. So as you can see, Asia session, we have three things to remember basically. The size, the tighter the Asia session, the more likely we're going to have aggressive movement during London. Secondly, measure the -1 and +1 ADR. And finally, you need to understand where the liquidity has been built during the Asia session. Because majority of the time, London will take out this liquidity built during Asia. Okay,
no, I thought I had to.
Now, what do we have after the Asia session? We have
all the girls I dated.
Session. So what is the purpose of the London session? As I said, keep in mind that when a bank wants to trade large volume, like 100,000 lot size at the London Open, they need to make sure there's enough liquidity to enter the market. Sometimes the financial institutions have liquidity problems. That means they want to enter, for example, a short position, but they are checking the order books and they see that there's not available liquidity. So what they're gonna do?
I feel like that's why actually saying like that.
Take actions to trick traders on one side of the market to after that take them out and take all the liquidity available to move away from
never trust nobody else.
This is very important. And that is why traps will be created during the Frankfurt or
she don't want to put it on
bring traders on the wrong side of the market.
To push me away.
So this is what happened here. This is an interesting example. We have the Asia session, we have equal highs being taken out, break of structure. Guess which traders are interested by taking a short position? Smart money traders. And what happened after all of them have been taken out? So if we recap what do we have? We have the market. This equal highs taken out during the Frankfurt session, breaking structure low, and this is where a lot of traders that are using smart money concepts will be entering the market. And if you right now are using smart money concepts, you have seen that sometimes it's working and sometimes not. It's all about identifying properly where the liquidity has been built and put yourself in an institutional trader shoes. Simple as that. Okay. And as you can see, when we came back here, they made a vague reaction, trading 50% candle dojis. Okay. I don't know what's your experience with trading, but every trading strategy says that when you see dojis, you should take
the whole team got a girl and we all got married.
Fake doji, fake
all of us know.
Stop
All of us, when we get married and shit.
So the New York session purpose. If the London session seems uninteresting, it's often because liquidity is being built up.
You get
Either
married
on the buy side or the sell side. And this can actually create trading opportunities during the New York session. So here's an example for both here. What happened is that we started the Asia session by doing like this. Okay. We had equal highs, price took out equal highs during the London session, made a break of structure, came back for a mitigation, and now we have a lot of traders getting involved on short positions. And this type of setups will most likely happen during news weeks with experience, and I'll show you examples on this 2-week intensive program, that when we have this type of setups, everything looks beautiful, everything looks, this is too obvious when the market is doing things like this. When it's too obvious, at some point, it's because something huge will happen. And this is what happened here, that was before news.
That girl might even clock many new girlfriends.
Okay. So I'm gonna dive into more examples.
I think the reason why she brought the bunch of girls,
if you understand clearly the liquidity, you can take trades.
Just in case when she punching out many don't get
I can't wait to show you magic. Basically what we have here, we have equal highs, okay, break of structure to the downside, some breakout traders entering the market here, placing their stop here, taken out during London session. We have now a true break of structure because this move here, this break of structure is occurring after the major trap done during the Frankfurt session, okay? Price came back to mitigate the point of interest, made a new break of structure. So we have now break and retest traders and breakout traders getting involved on short position, okay? This is obvious here that we are building a ton of sell side liquidity. And when we finally took out the last buy side liquidity, what do you think is happening? a huge push into
It's an
everyone's
emotional
stop loss.
game, you
Okay,
know.
that's why we see in this
Broker
course,
hard,
in this 2-week program, that it is
you
very
know,
important to spot the
it's-
right liquidity zones in order to take profits too.
It's
So,
thing of it's
now what
necessary
we're
for
gonna
her
do
to like
is
get mad
we're
at
gonna
you.
dive into a trade, two trades I took on GBP/USD, and we go on tradingview.com so I can show you my entry points. I think
Nobody
this
can
is
control
where
the
you're gonna learn
It's all
the most
about,
to
you
see
know,
exactly what I did, and so you can understand and replicate it
If
on
you
the
broke
next
a hard,
trades. Okay,
you
so
can
that was GBP/USD 19th of
But a man
August
can't
2024
do
at
it,
the time I'm recording this
So the
audio
man
and
just
video. So
can't
let's go on TradingView.
beat,
All right. So here we
MMA
are on the
fighters.
charts, GBP/USD, and what I want to show you
No,
is the
no,
process
even
behind taking
you
these
can't hit it
trades.
at all.
This video will
Thing
help
is,
you
it's more
train
like
your
okay.
eye and also develop a
Me
deep
personally, even
technical
if I
analysis.
me personally, even
So
if
what
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
do
do is use
anything,
the replay mode, so you can understand what
if
I'm
Jimmy
looking
would
for
hit
in
me,
your eye
I
candle.
would hit her
So
back. I'll walk
what
away and
we
never
did
talk
here,
to her
as you can
again.
see, this is the start of the Asia session.
Because
And as you can
if she
see,
could do
we
that
see different
now,
type of brokers. This is
she'll
FXCM.
continue
There's also
doing it.
Forex.com.
I would hit back. The only time you see me hit a mama is you a stranger and you hit me. I got one strike to give you. I can't. If I hit 2 times, nah, that's assault. Understand? If you're a stranger, for no reason, you just turn around and just want to hit me and tip, I ain't do nothing. I have the right to hit back. Just, but, if it's my wife or whatever, girls, if the woman hit me, for the respect that I have for myself and the respect that I have for my mother, I would hit back and I'll walk away. No? The respect for my mother is not to hit another woman. And then the respect for myself is to walk away. Not to be like, oh, baby, nah, bro. What do you mean, man? You just say if a stranger hit you, clap that back. No, if a stranger, come on, it's a stranger, bro. If a stranger woman hit you, you can just stand there like on ducky. Come on, man. You can only hit once. You can't hit twice. Once. If you hit twice, each. No way. But me personally, bro, I think like if stranger would hit me, like a girl, I wouldn't slap me. I drop kick her. You drop kick her. That she go, but put the leg up
And
front.
Wanda, the candles are quite different. So what I'm doing usually is that I'm not looking at the first hours of the Asia session, because this is where we have high spread, we do not have a lot of volume on the market, and we do not pay attention to what is happening here. Okay?
Honestly,
So what happened during the Asia session is that we have been ranging. So I'm gonna take the charts to exactly when I woke up and show you exactly what I did. So I usually wake up at 8 a.m. and I'm looking at the charts to see what happened. So I'm going to this time here. So I woke up here that day on GBP/USD, and I saw one thing. We've been building, clearly you can see it, guys, we've been building buy-side liquidity. That means a lot of buyers are getting involved on the market, and we have a lot of stop losses sitting just below these lows. So let's try to understand what happened. We have here a break of structure high, okay? So these traders entering the market here are going to be placing their stop losses just below. Okay, market came back for a mitigation of the smart money concept strategy. So these guys put it their stop losses just below. Okay, so I'm going to mark it better so you can understand exactly what I'm looking for. We have first the stop losses from the breakout traders, and we have also the stop losses from the smart money traders entering the buy position in the market when the price is returning back to this POI on 50 minutes. Okay,
that's
so
how you say, man. I wouldn't really hit up.
different type of stop losses.
Like
we also have here another break
What?
of.
If I got my girl and a stranger hit me, I sick my girl after that. Beat that. Yeah, what you saying? Wait, what? No.
Bob only hit girls when they lie on his name. That's it.
When they lie on his name?
Yeah, bro.
That one right there? No, boy. You gotta give them punishment before that lie. Wait, you know what happened to DDG? That girl saying DDG beat her, you know. Break up her teeth, man. She lied. Cox. Why she lied? Bro, thing of academics to say that, you know, I tell you, you see girls break off? The first time is like, whatever. But the second time, that's believe.
No
They
mercy.
gonna say something. You mean the second time? Once that word abuse come out, yeah, boy.
Bob speaking from experience, bro.
Hey, you think Jessica would do me that one day? Like, somebody get it together in their head.
Listen, bro. Bob said he delivered eagle lefts and rights when it comes down to that stuff, bro.
Evil left and right, bro.
I don't know.
Right now,
Right now, we educate too much.
The man just pick up a whip. There was equal rights in that stadium. Children, man, woman, everybody was getting.
Bro, they say the man Jesus wasn't a calm man, you know.
He was in a calm man. Man, yeah, that's zodiac sign, bro.
Everybody knows if you're talking to a hard-head person every day, but there's gonna be one day you snap, bro.
We mean.
There's one day that man just snap, bro. Just start tearing people head off.
I do probably catch that dude. What's that king dude? He probably slapped that king dude, you know. What's that? Catch. That fat king dude dude's with. What's his name? Solomon or Saul?
Solomon. Caesar?
No man, it was the king, that fat king man with the white beard.
Oh,
And then hit the dudes out beside him and shit.
It's some Pharisees. But there's Pharisees.
Those are what?
Pharisees.
I know you all do stuff. Good luck with that.
Wait a minute. Unless.
I go find that dude, boy, put that dude in a room, put him my
Make me like on beef. Oh, to be honest. Breakout traders. Oh. No. Oh, here. We sat there, took out everybody right here. Trapping everybody. So right now we have break and retest traders. None of them need to give them a false reaction. So that means we go up. We go up. Stop these people out. Continue down. Stopping them out. Why am I trading Asia? Jeez. I have them. I have this high. Move fast, move up. Or potentially trapping more. So potentially going for this high. Now we just instantly deliver it down. Do some sellers. We continue. How far do we continue though? Sometime. Shimshai. Could be a theory. Up. Oh. Oh. As you can see. Oh, wow. Working on fast reaction. Back down. Shooting them out. Do some sellers. To market. Go down fast reaction. Now we have triple tops. Creating a story for this thing, so it's like, what I'm saying, give them a fast move. Just the overall. Back down to the deuce. More sellers. We have no breaks. No break here. This is the ultimate liquidity block. To go buy entry. Right here, we have no, we didn't break that high. That's if we go down there. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't. Alright, cool. Alright, let's continue now. Narrative. I'm just a looking for a someone who knows how to ride.
This module number 1 is named players. They see that when the setup is obvious like this one, they see that we have a lot of stop losses sitting here. So majority of the time they will come back, grab all their stop losses that will provide them liquidity so they can enter their large and if someone breakout traders will be placing their stop losses below the previous low. We also have break and retest trader. And we have two types of variation for the break and retest traders. You will have the ones entering the market aggressively on the retest, resistance becoming a support. These traders will be placing their stop losses just below the previous low, like the breakout traders. And this is here the first variation, entering aggressively, okay? And we have the variation number 2, and this variation number 2 is going to be the retail traders, the break and retest traders entering after a confirmation of the breakout. Okay, so I'm going to show you this is the variation number 2. Okay, so two variation: the break and retest traders that will be entering the market aggressively on the retest, and the breakout traders entering the market after the breakout. And these guys are going to be placing their stop losses, the variation number 2, just here or here. And this is when things are getting very interesting, because from this region to this region, we know that this is a huge liquidity area because we have the stop losses from the breakout traders. Okay, we have been entering the market here, placing their stop losses here. We have now the break and retest traders placing their stop losses, and we have the variation number 2 of the break and retest traders placing their stop losses here. So if the market is coming back with speed and momentum into this liquidity area and then you see a reaction, this is when you can have a potential trade opportunity to trade away from the liquidated liquidity area. Okay, so these are the breakout traders and the break and retest traders. Now I want to show you the trend line traders. A trend line trader is someone who will be entering the market when we have the third tap of a trend line. You need 2 points, point A, point B, and if the market is coming back here, trend line traders will be entering a buy position. So if they enter a buy position here, they're gonna play
It's in there. Well, I'm just dancing. I'm just looking for a partner. Someone who knows how to ride. Now we have bigger retest traders. It's in the market. Bow. Give them a false move. There's reaction like this. So now here's what we did. We broke this high. Retest. We had buyers into the market. Again, false move, went up. Okay, the double tops. At this high, or if not, swept it. There it is, pretty bit. Okay, cool. But relative equal highs. Now we tune down. It's right here. Now in general, they have the stops right here. But we do want to give them hope. So along with this high. Where we at? Gotta be compatible. Take me to my limits. Girl, when I break it out, then I won't wanna get on. If you're on, let's do it. See, no clues about that clue. But yeah, though. So what do we do? We know we had traders happening. We have break and retest traders happening. So hopping in. What else? We had equal lows right here. So yeah, we have break and retest traders happening. So coming back down, we retest ultimately. We swept this high. After that, we started breaking structure to the downside, inducing our sellers after we do sellers. Ultimately took out this high. Wow. We came back down. We test this area. We even had a false move. Check it out. These people. I think continuing down to ultimately take out this low. Trying to be compatible. Take me to my limits. Girl, when I break it out. That's interesting though. You force yourself to have something clear, but then again, it's like, alright, so we broke structure. Alright, cool. Right here. This is the one that caused the bigger structure. So a lot of buyers are going to be buying from this low. A lot of traders are going to be buying from this low. Right then to buy. After we sat there, broke structure, now a lot of sellers are reduced, thinking that we're going to continue down. So now, from here, took out this high, retest back, induce buyers. Now we do have all this liquidity. This right here, this trap right here. But in general, take out this trap, making, inducing even more sellers in the market with momentum. So it's either number one, they hopped in right here, stop loss, and I said it was the final move because of the momentum. After that, faked them out, left this high, left this low for some odd reason. I'm not too sure why, but we did. We left that low. If not, thing there hit the 8-1 level or 8-3 level. That's what we did. So we came all the way down. Scared these buyers or sellers, whatever. Then we could have had this. But how do I know what's a protected low and what's not? Or what's a protected high or low? So I'm saying, how do I know which one? Well, you just sat there and read it though. And then we started to induce some more buyers. Alright. Oh yeah, it was low. Sellers induced. After that, we went up and broke this high. Came back down, induced more. Right? This the one that caused it, induced. And then broke with a lot of momentum. Like, but why would this low be protected though? Which one? Cause it was kind of like a gamble. Which one we wanted to take out first though? That's what I'm saying. Kind of like a gamble. I don't, man. Well, that means everybody from this. Okay, so everybody from here. Oh, everybody from here got scared. That's all we need to do, I guess. Is to scare these people. So it's like, oh, because of the momentum, everybody was already scared. So everybody from this low was hopping out as well. Tapping into here, huge push up. Wow. Consolidated a little bit. Consolidated a little bit. Giving the sellers more confidence. Went down, chop, chop, chop. And ultimately pushed up. Interesting. Bro, he got minutes to whatever. Just oh, come on. This is whatever.
They're always quick to say, "I'd die for my family."
This is a fun activity though. They really are like that. Ooh, there's so, I do wonder if anesthesia work though. So I'll put you on anesthesia, but you're adrenaline rushing though. Which one works? You know what I'm saying? Actually, though, which one works? So I'm put you on anesthesia, but yet your adrenaline rushing by the arrow. So are you really going to fall asleep even though the adrenaline rush? If so, that's kind of interesting. I'm just finessing. What the fuck? It's been an hour. So, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Holy shit, you're lazy. You don't feel pain. It's never that bad every time. What kind of glasses are those? At least the other ones I have. These ones are so still. See right through the eyes. Yeah, this one's not firm. This is abs. This is not firm abs. Though. This is tender, like. Ugh. Alright, but how did you stop bluffing? Do these freaking pull-ups, bro. You know what I'm saying? Struggle is what we want. Comfort is not. You know what I'm saying? Pain is what we seek when we do pull-ups. Comfort is not what we seek. I'm just dead. I mean, bro, like, listen to that. That's so interesting. She's using that to listen to. Like, yeah, really, they'll marry on one over a decade. So, Lois, like, just can't throw it out the window. She was going decades. But don't let that not change, bro. Like talking wise. You always gonna talk. Nigga, I like you gotta find a way to mind right now. Alright, let's get it, bro. It's easy, right? Hey, man. It's raining. Yeah, he did. Okay. It's a mental game. I know I could do more physically. But the mental is like, oh, you press your limit, bro. What are you doing? You start to force the failure. All because the mental seeing you pass your limit. So you start to get failure reps. This is funny. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Silver pie, penny pies, fair price, $13.75. That's why people. Hey, that's it. There's a man. City Carbs versus a sweet potato. This is a chemical proportion put together in the lab. I bought this on the 23rd of November last year. That's 9 months ago. Still intact. Haribo. This is no food. Where's that? Every other packer eats this in the fitness industry. When I see somebody eating this, I'm like, really, that's how stupid you are? I'll tell you why. They are non-foods. They contain no micronutrients for your body to convert the calories from this to energy. It needs micronutrients. I hope you're listening, guys. I'm speaking slowly because most of you body will simply down. You follow the down gate. You need the micronutrients to do the conversion. The B vitamins, calcium, potassium, magnesium. These things don't have them. This is shit. Apart from that, these things contain things like emulsifiers, things like sugar. It's not the same thing as its own micronutrients. The reason why you walk around with so joints, with anxiety, depression, you may look good. You must be like this. Shame. Use foods like this that come with the micronutrients, guys. Wake the fuck up. You end up in hospital in a few years' time eating junk food. Come on, guys. Make the fitness industry. I've got all of this written in my fucking book. Get it and educate yourself.
But what I want to do, I have something, but my plan is in the way.
Hey, Sherry, who's that phone then?
my phone ring?
Yep. It's all nothing, man. Ain't real, man. Right. I want to let all y'all know y'all need to get a life. None of y'all ain't serious. Yo, shut up, bro, cock. You been talking for 8 hours, bro. How long can a man talk for, bro? Get to the actions, bro. You been talking for 8 hours straight, bro. Get to the actions, bro. Bobby in his bed, he comfortable. But yeah.
Oh, but Zula, I lose 61 pounds today, man. I had a feeling I was gonna sell, you know, man. But if you, what I see gold sell late. They did it at 4 p.m. I lose 61 today. So my balance is at 900. I still hold them. I didn't like read the first.
Hey, yo. Just give me one more rice. How about a vegetable, bro, please? How about a vegetable, bro? Alright, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mackenzie get mad when we start talking about vegetables. Alright, I see, bro. Yo, I ain't serious, though. Alright.
What? Wait, what?
I tell that man get a vegetable. He wanna tell me shut up. Alright. All because I care. All because I care about his health. You know what I'm saying?
You care about his health.
Yeah, bro. Cock, make it weird, bro. I dare you, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Nowadays niggas can't talk, bro.
I'm just saying, bro, like, jeez, bro. Everybody like getting comfortable. But I said, Bozula, bro, you don't understand, bro. You never went through no struggle, this, that, and the third. I'm like, alright, I ain't went through no struggle, but yet.
Wait, I was trying to delete some photos. I run into Zulap old photos. Bro. Wait, Zulap, you grow so quick, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Zulap used to look like one little frog.
No, but because you say you played C28. No, I was looking for rice. I couldn't see it.
What?
Montreal.
Oh,
When I was
boy,
trying to close friends, you don't get it. What? Did you hang it?
You actually hang slow. Easy. Boba page deal, bro. So much fun than Kyla, bro.
I ain't been. I hate when this long hair.
Bro, think about page with you. For 8 months, they had love to put on a great job by TV, bro.
It's long
16,
hair.
but 16.28.
I got
What
you,
you
bro.
up to, bro? Chicken egg.
Yeah.
I got you, bro.
All niggas shit. I'm sharing money.
I'm
Breaking
playing,
bread to buy chicken.
though.
No, but
Wait, when you said Bobby,
later on, we have a story to tell you.
when you saying about Turks, you said something about Turks. You said something about Turk battle.
You said that about London?
Yeah, I sent it out.
Yeah, man.
Turks
battle now.
Yeah, I sent it.
But then Turks, I ain't like Turks changing though. I ain't like it.
Yeah, it getting more harder and more people, more killing that shit.
You know why? Because of the blood. Yeah,
Easy.
And I feel like so. I won't even lie to you.
Let me look at the
If I
play.
wrong, I wrong.
I'm done. You wrong, bro, cock. Alright, though.
and 4 more dudes. Watching that dumb shit.
Red line.
You go back, you see a lot of people who came to live here went back home, but
But Bobby, anytime you Freddy them do, they them get their house? Or was I dreaming? Or they got apartments. They ain't got their house. They got car too. Alright, yeah.
car, yo.
Hey Bob, you listening? When I get paid, bro, we're gonna do that exam. We're gonna do the training, man. We're gonna do it.
For the security?
What you say, boy, Bob? Security? Or the driving license? Wait, I just gotta tell you, Ian's been on a car, That's why yesterday. That's why yesterday was asking me. Hey, Canada, He bought a nice little cheapie, man. I think it's brand new though. He bought it from the dealership. What car? I don't know the type of car, but it ain't all of that. The thing is, I told you, James, man. James, he old, man. He ain't want no flashy car. He ain't really into. Yeah, but but we gonna buy it, bro. We gonna buy it. Let's send that church, but.
Let me do the thing. The cold pot shit. That was clear, boy.
That good car shit. I ain't gonna lie. But from the time they ask you what's the ethnicity, bro, they know you black and that shit. Because from that commercial, I never see. Wait, in that commercial, I never. They have ads for it. And that ad, I never see a black people wedding.
It's even in the US.
I never see it. But I never see it.
It's even in the US.
Saying nothing shaking.
Oh, Kia, that's a nice car, but
Yeah, man. I see it. It's Kia nice. And it's KI. And it's KIA. Kia nice, boy. I saw him, boy. I saw him, like, on TikTok. Wait, listen, like. Wait, hold on, but. Go on TikTok, right? Yeah, just want to tell you that, man. This is spoiling for niggas, bro. Like, go on TikTok and type Kia. I'm fully killed. That shit nice. I used to watch them things, bro. I used to watch like average cars come out looking like sports cars. You even gotta do it in China, bro. Send to America. You can even do it yourself, Just watch how one dude do it and you do it too, but simple. Yeah. You gotta be creative. Me personally, I buy a 3D printer and then
that don't start riding. That shit just blew up. Yeah, take that to the dealership. Change your body kits, you could do. Change your wires.
No, the wires, man. I wouldn't do wires, but wires I paid for that though. Like body kits, I should do it. Like with the window sheets, like with the window and shit. But I'd be so pressure.
But I ain't gonna lie, Bobby. Listen. Yesterday, boy, I was GD for me and being blocked and he said about done. Boy, I saw something. Oh my God,
Y'all strike it.
I strike. But the thing is, you get up? No,
See,
no, listen. Well, listen, man.
Wait, how many times you got tell I go listen?
I strike, right? But I didn't push it. Listen, the reason why I don't push it no more, because these things already got dudes holler at them, bro, a lot, bro. You that one dude ain't hollered at my actually. What I actually came from. Tell them, man, she said from church. I said, nah, man. I can't.
She say nah?
I know, I say, nah,
I say
I
from
ain't
church?
Yeah, because she said, I said, how you know that? I said, I used to have people that work there from jail. I said, nah, I don't know. Huh?
Wait, I remember a long time I was talking to a mama. I thought I was from the Caribbean. That mama removed me. Yeah, they just grind them and leave them. Never talk to them.
Wait, me?
Wait.
Are y'all sure it's just because y'all from Turks? Are y'all sure?
funnier than me.
Uh-huh.
Baby. You know? But
Doc, you saying gay jokes don't make you funny, you know, bro.
Nobody funnier than you. Funnier than me? Yeah. You got no respect for me, bro. Bro, even through your desperate times, bro, I be making you laugh, bro. Even your desperate times, I be making you laugh. You tell me. 8 billion people. You know, bro. If I was in a movie scene, I'd be Turk's most funniest person, bro. Come on, man. That title for sequel. Ooh, man. I don't really funny, boy. Yo, that nigga is not funny, bro. He just do cracky shit. That dude is not funny. And the thing is, wait, I realized though, you become more funny when you ugly dude.
Aha.
When you making these ugly faces. Like think about it. If you the ugly dude or you short, come on, that's funny. But this guy.
He trying to hurt Bob. He trying to hurt Bob. I'm done. It's alright though.
Taller than Bobby by 2 inches.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. When you fat, you are really the funniest though. I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta drink milk,
I'm playing though.
Milk don't really do nothing. Milk don't really do nothing. That's your genetics.
You gotta drink raw milk. Milk do a lot, bro.
It's your genetics, man. But I know how to not get taller. His brother short.
Cause I'm black, bro. I'm black, bro. That's why, bro.
You see, Zulaf got away because he looked like his mom. His dad didn't even know if Zulaf is his son. So Zulaf probably the uncle, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So the mother had to get a gift back.
Yeah.
Back in the 1990s. So, I want Tesla. Say buy one Tesla? I wouldn't buy a Tesla.
Woo!
I buy it cheap, bro. Man, the thing is about wait, stop saying that about my last name, bro. It's okay, but it doesn't matter, about my last name, bro. It doesn't matter. Even, bro. I ain't rich, you know, bro.
Cox, come on,
man.
man.
I only got a few bands to my name, bro.
Few bands. Bob, pray for them days, bro.
Pray for what days?
Just to have the title bands next to his name, bro.
You could change it, you know. Because wait, that do first and last name got 9 letters.
Alright, that's real though. And his name Alex too. Anybody named Alex is
Wait, his little brother name is Alex?
Nah, his name is Alex.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you didn't know. Bro, tell
Bob.
Bob.
Bobby praying for that 4-letter name.
Tell Bob. Tell Bob go on Facebook. You see his name Alex. Alex Felixine, bro. Yeah, bro.
I think Bob more funny than me, bro.
Guys think I'm funny.
Even his name Alex, bro.
Guys think I'm playing around though.
I could probably finish watch Alex the Lion, man. He probably had that account for a long time, but.
Man, it's not good to get out of this. All you do is just scratch the wall.
You see,
Scratch the wall and just get out.
I know he ain't scratched no wall. You don't want to say where it's really scratched.
You gay boy.
Nah, Cash is the funniest though. I got that. Yeah.
You will finish the cat. Cat had to scratch her. Cat had to scratch the thing.
Oh no. The place open, man.
Huh?
He's a condo. What you want, man?
But you that hungry, bro?
Oh, that's my brother, man. What you want? What you want? Why you don't drive then, man?
Bro, we don't pay the bills. Do the thing for the group.
Them white niggas touch Kevin. Kevin ain't been the same, but.
Boy, they separate you when you pass it. You didn't even get to witness it.
What thing, man? I'm not gonna lie. What pizza?
Easy. We don't pay no bills, bro. Buy the rest for the group. You'll be getting mad. You know what? Sometimes I do say you're going to kick you or you don't say what pizza.
I'm nobody.
What's in these cars, like?
You saw?
Which cars?
Who?
Anybody buy some now? I ship on Turks.
Easy.
Wait, Kevin. Who tells you I ain't paying bills, though?
But from Junior stress, bro, you can tell.
Oh, that nigga's stressed because he about to pay counter taxes like your boys.
And you say he don't pay?
Yeah, nigga, he finishing July.
He better finish school. They never sent me that contact tax bill, you know.
Oh wait, Junior Posse. Junior Posse.
Nigga pass, bro. When you see that dude,
hey, listen, tell Junior, man, very soon, man, when I go back home, I need him to work for me.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't going back to church. What you talking about work for him? Work for you.
What he's studying? He can come back, bro, when I give him.
What do you mean?
Bro, once I
coming back.
listen,
bro, that nigga buy his car, bro. That nigga not
listen,
coming back, bro.
Bro, that little $6,000 car,
going back, bro.
that little $2,000 car.
Just a couple more soup free and that's it.
Wow. I just actually choking the answer, though, but yo.
All the things is a couple more soup free. And yeah.
Wait, my job can't even pay my council tax, bro. I gotta use my shit to pay it.
The only time we get if you live in a shed house though.
In 3 years, I could be gone. Before, I give them the bracelets, I gone. So by July, the July my t-shirt be closed by when I'm about to leave.
Job is only pocket money.
But where you going, right?
Bobby, where you going?
5 minutes. The thing's 5 minutes away, you know, right?
What, the thing?
Yeah.
Well, I can make Junior get it for me, man. I can make my brother come outside for me. Huh?
They're still outside yet, but.
Yeah, I'm just pouring some D10 to clean the machine and then mop.
Alright. How far it is, my Bob?
4 minutes. They coming right now.
Alright, cool. I can stay. Oh, I told Bob me if I going back to our house, was just saying.
No, man. Yeah, I just want to say that too.
Bro. In 3 years,
I ain't like 3 years
here,
farther.
boy, Bobby.
3 years
3 years,
farther.
3 years right there, nigga. I keep
But-
it 2021,
God
nigga.
forbid,
I bet for 2025.
Wait, God forbid. When you park, you could come right now. You just finished school, bro. And then,
Sorry, shit. And
not even go back to church.
Lock down the clean.
They say 10 years.
They say 10 years the apocalypse will be over.
Boy.
While the apocalypse going on, because the landlord's still charging them for bills.
And the crazy part is, I went to church for vacation. I done on the other side.
Safe.
Chilling. They're gone. Yo, Mackenzie.
y'all get me?
Yeah, I said that, bro.
Are
You
you
say
saying
for
don't
10
go
years
back-
and then on top of
I
that.
say, listen.
but
I say don't go
hold on,
back
but-
home with none in your hand, you know, boy.
Easy.
You don't know that, bro. You don't know that.
Boy, all right. Turks ain't
That's the biggest
shit,
deal, bro.
Boy, listen. Turks, wait, listen. Okay, Turks, yeah, they make money. But, bro, it ain't as easy as it was no more, bro. A lot of foreigners coming and seeing that shit is a fucking... But I tell you, but a lot of fucking Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, they fucking up Turks too, bro. Committing crime. You feel me? Slowly fucking it up too. Changing every day. Every minute. Every
Sometimes,
minute.
man.
I
Look
speak.
for the first car you see. Look for the first car you see.
I ain't gonna lie, but
Walk
Bob,
on.
But
What do you call it?
if things,
Hey,
listen,
yeah?
but
Hey,
hold on.
yeah?
Yeah, coming right now. Because it at a different location, man.
Thank you.
You get it already? You get it.
No, I get it. I was auctioning that the
That's
other day.
crazy.
He's talking to somebody else, bro. Come on. I do thank you.
Oh, boy, so, bro. Man, D-Lo realized that, but D-Lo too?
Crazy. What
Hey, D-Lo tell me, man, he gonna stop partying for what? That's cap, bro. Wait, you know what? Once them dudes, Jesse, Toons, and Mario, them say, man, I can like, man, wait, D-Lo, wait, hey,
No, listen, though. No, listen, though. You'll be surprised, though. Listen, bro. You'll be surprised, though. D-Lo probably low-key saving, and it's them dudes that's spending you. Yo, you'll be shocked, bro. But
They
one
come
thing
in
I
the
understand, bro. One thing I realized, though, you want to go for a Lexi? Look for a car that can come and towards you right now.
It's crazy. But, once in a lifetime, you'll find you. Now that I have, that's what I'm gonna do. I will give you my all over and over again and lay down.
Alexi? What you Alexi want? Haitian dude?
Yeah, but...
Oh, he's sweet. Oh, the dude who used to like Jed. The girl who Jed used to like him.
No, but Alexi, man, who used to be with fucking Ting. What's his name? No, you tell me his mommy died. And with Hancho as well. Ashley, yeah.
He didn't like him?
Yeah, man, who date your boy's sister, man? Fuck, bro. And make her give him head in the bus.
Real? I know you're talking about, man. That's you talking about Aaron.
Oh, we are playing stupid, bro.
Light skin Alexi? That's crazy, bro. I thought that nigga was dumb.
No, but that dude, I remember that dude was in class, English class. I watched that dude pass on fucking essay like it's not. Can't think about it, bro. And then on top of that, but you know who else? But you know who else is smart? Tigger.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
I'm just waste his time. Huh? What you say, bye?
Was smart too?
I can buy a Genesis car. I'm not saying done for early though. I'm just not to waste time, but yeah, it's just can't really waste time, man. Them dudes have their own them dudes have their own vision. Like mafia selling drugs, bro.
No, what those are just sheep. They follow the next sheep. He wasn't thinking about shit for real.
Wait, and you say that? And you say that dude they use the gas cooler about?
What? All of them use it, but even all of them dudes they was using it, but
How them dudes even get it though?
everybody.
Wait. Listen, right now.
Wait, I'm not telling you that shit fake, you know, but that shit real, bro.
Wait, I already talked to my stepmom, man. He look like he's scared to give it to me, man.
Hey yo, come on, bro. Yo, come on.
He tell me that, bro. He said that they gonna overgrow.
No, that's if you
overuse
it, but that's if you overuse
it. He say that fuck could reach your fucking knees, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Boy, wait, you think a nigga kill, bro?
No, man, from there you won't get nothing no more, bro.
Listen.
From there, only the tip could be satisfied. The whole thing can't be satisfied no more.
No, man. That's why you gotta go for big mamas. The mamas that say, "Oh, you can't have."
Ah.
That's them. You know, them cherries, them peach. You get the memo, man. It's just
You know what? He can't handle them things no more, man.
What?
Bobby told me he could have handled one ancient thing, but I tell Bobby he can't speak me, you know. Why you need one hard like me, bro? So say like you could have handled that African.
I realize here though.
But I think he has done too, bro. You could have handled that though.
Wait,
even
I realize though.
Handled that.
No, I could have. And I realized though. Wait, listen, wait. I realized though.
Wait. I know that he could have.
Wait, no, one thing I realized though, the food that you eat here though, it'll make your shit smart. Let me tell you something, bro. I tell you, boy, when I tell you I did blend pomegranate, I remember I did blend pomegranate. You listen? I remember I did blend. Listen, but let me talk. No, but IG, bro. No joke, bro. Listen, bro. No, but I joking, bro. Listen, I remember, bro, when I did blend watermelon. Why should I take notes, eh? I did blend watermelon with pomegranate, bro. But I was scared, bro. Like, you drink that every day of pomegranate with watermelon, or beetroot with watermelon, or pomegranate. Bro. I tell you, man, if I want to get your shit all over, one, y'all have to pull it, then pump it, and then drink. You gotta drink things that do blood flow, the things that your body needs. I think that's
smart.
Because the thing is, you're supposed to. It's not only the outside you're supposed to work on. You have to work on the inside too. But you know, some could be blocking. Some the junk food when it digests and you have to turn to liquid and then all of that form. The things that you'll be eating and drinking, bro, it is block the pool. Like it block the pool from your penis from growing and developing. You understand?
Thanks.
Like with no, yeah, what you saying?
Enough of that. Let me buy the Genesis though.
Oh, you see, but I can show you proof that I didn't know the Genesis before you. I'll try to make photos.
No, never know
I
that,
can
bro.
show you. But today I'm gonna show you. I was scrolling right underneath the shit, and I see, wait, what type of car is this? When I look, it was the Genesis, and I screenshot this. I think in 2022 or 2023. I can show you. I tell you, I didn't know this car before. I didn't put you on you. Niggas never want to give this credit, you.
Bro, I saw the car, and I was like, yo, instead of buying a BMW and shipping it, just buy a Genesis, bro. See if actually money, then buy on land after that.
It's nice, bro. The interior, I like it for the interior. Spaceship.
30 grand. All it takes
I
is
ain't like, I see what y'all boys mean, though. Focus on yourself and get that bread, bro. What money, man? I say get that money. I still a dream. Oh, no, D-Lo say focus on yourself and make money, bro.
Because you see it, man. I believe in Lucas, bro. We need to get funded at least 300 bodies.
Not 300. 300 is a stretch, bro.
What?
I be like, no. 300 is a stretch.
It's not a stretch.
Like, somewhere to like 200. It's not a stretch.
Right now, let me tell you something. Right now,
yeah, I've been trying to lie out, you know, bro.
Listen to me.
That's a stretch, bro. That's a stretch.
But listen to me.
200
Since 2000, wait, listen,
200 is not a stretch, boy.
Listen, man. From 2016, from 2016 to now, them was probably past three, on start level.
I'm telling them those.
That's not a stretch, bro.
But them dudes pass. Them dudes even pass me.
Place their stop.
Man, currently locked. I mean, he was speaking something though, I ain't gonna lie. Wasn't like anything crazy. But Oh, okay, there you go. Finally, bro. What did I say?
Time we're running things. So there's probably a few of you in here that trade CFDs, right? Like NAS 100 or US 30. Currently, I'm only involving myself in the futures market. So I was on the E-minis chart today. All right. Ended up closing about $4,000 on this trade. Something we can speak about before going into the actual trade was going forward. I'm going to be focusing more and more on holding more volume. Something I've struggled with in the past sometimes. But the trades I do let play out, maybe this could be a lesson for some of you. The trades I do let play out to my targets, and when they do hit and I'm holding good volume, obviously those are the ones that pay the most, right? So obviously some adjusting to and some testing I'm doing right now currently. But this is one of the trades, obviously, where it's played out nicely in my favor. Not all the time is it going to, but of course, the ones that do are nice. All right, so we'll start off on the higher time frames. Talk about what's been going on this chart.
What the frick is
For
that?
those that are active on NQ, you can see we had a big sell-off. Okay, this was through late February, all through March, early April. For those of you that are updated on the fundamental side of things, this is when the tariffs were being announced internationally, right? So this is how the market reacted to it. This chart I'm
weekly?
trading right now, this is the June
Jeez.
contract, so you can see how it kind of dies off here. If I was to go into, actually we will just take a look on the higher time frames, but here's the regular NQ chart, so you can see how the price action to the left. But yeah, big sell-off, guys, through the tariff talk. So Trump was announcing tariffs through all the countries internationally, which caused the indices to have a big sell-off in the market, grabbing all of these lows. Okay, so you can see we've had internal liquidity left here, okay, and then finally we had imbalances down here that the market ended up tapping into, and we've gotten a massive reaction. Okay, ever since. So like, even if you want to, I don't use Fibonacci to trade, but just to measure the move, right, from high to low, you can see now we've already recovered more than 50% of that move, probably like 75% of that move, which is crazy to think about. Overall, I'm extremely bullish on the indices, even like crypto and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into that stuff, but on the indices alone, I'm very bullish. Now, something you need to understand though is, yes, we have some equal highs up here that I am looking for price to run to eventually. But in order for price to get there, we need to be inducing sellers on the way. So this is the higher time frame. I'm on the weekly right now, and we're starting to tap into these imbalances. Okay, something you need to be aware of is most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, you see how price ran these highs and had this sell off to the downside. This is now going to be an area, retail, okay, pattern traders, any sort of people that look like trade with structure and momentum, they're going to be looking to sell in areas like this. Okay, I don't. However, I'm anticipating reactions, and if the reactions do come along, and let's say we come up to the extreme up here and we get a pullback of some sort, I am overall bullish, right? So I'm going to look for that continuation back up. Okay, but don't just anticipate price to just rocket all the way up, because most of the time it does not happen, right? We need to make sure we have sufficient liquidity to the upside before price takes the highs. All right, so that's my higher time frame perspective. Okay, so again, overall I am very bullish on the higher time frame, on the long term side of things. Now, coming into intraday stuff, for those of you that trade prop firms on the future side of things, obviously we can't hold past market.
What the frick?
NASDAQ, 8 May. One of the setups that gives you a high win rate is to wait for the previous week's high or low
Nah,
to be
I don't think he's coming.
previous week's high or low to be swept. It just grabbed liquidity. We have a shift. Now, which POI should we focus on? The ones you've personally backtested, or consider all of them, but with a structured approach? What about the target? Try to use fixed targets like 2R or 3R. They usually give you a higher win rate. Price failed our confirmation here. And I'm sure some of you are about to ask, why? My answer, focus on the setup you know like a robot. Again, we have a shift. Point of interest. Follow the same rules for the target. Now, you're seeing two clear mechanical setups. In this post, I want to show you again one of my favorite setups. Mark the air.
All right, so this is filled into the longs off this 5-minute and 15-minute fair value.
Close. So these are more in and out type trades. Usually in and out in the session I'm trading. So if I'm taking trades in AM, usually I'm going to be closing in the AM. Same thing with the PM, right? Because I can't really hold, well, not even can't really, I can't hold into the next day of price action. So all intraday trading for me personally. However, in the future, I might open up a personal on the future side of things so I can hold longer term. But right now, it's just scalps and intradays, okay? So going into intraday price action, I'm just going to hide this indicator because we'll just clean up the chart a bit and go naked right now. Cool. So first, we'll mark on some important times for us to keep an eye on, okay? 3 a.m. For myself, that is London Open, okay? I never trade London, period, but I don't recommend people trade in London for the indices, okay? This is just a personal preference. However, sure, there's going to be people out there that do like it. For myself, I'll never be trading the indices through London, always in New York for myself personally, okay? But however, this is still a very important time. 3 a.m., which is London Open. 8 a.m., New York Open, okay? And then Stock Open, 9:30, okay? In coincidence, look how around each these times, so again, 3 a.m. London Open, New York Open, 8 a.m., and then Stock Open, moves are occurring, okay? It's not a coincidence. This is typically when...
That's a fact, bro. Let's continue, bro. Let's continue. I don't want to do a motivation. Let's just continue, bro. How about we reset the live stream? We have a full 40-minute session, bro. Let's just be a back test. That's what I want to do.